relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
We're live. Hello.
Good morning. Smooth listening Friday morning.
Does anybody have a guess of what this song is, though? First off,
Welcome to podcast 503.
503. Good morning, Gloucester.
503. Joey's stepping out, so we're gonna have a little musical and humorous interlude, I guess.
It's actually not humorous. It's actually. Can you guess the theme song?
I was counting on you for humor.
Is it the theme? Do you know what the theme song was?
No, I don't.
Sounded like bathroom music.
This Old House.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
So just a little teaser there as to what's to come for Sunday's podcast.
Wow.
Oh, is that on Sunday?
I think it's Sunday.
Okay. All right.
I think that the host of This Old House will be on, and we'll confirm that with Joey when he gets back.
Well, first of all, let's say good morning to all our fans here. They're trying to figure it out. Good morning, Gloucester. I'm Jim.
Good morning, Gloucester. Scotty Mack.
And good morning, Chris McCarthy. Up in the corner, Scotty is slowly but surely squeezing me out of Good Morning Gloucester, so I can barely get in the frame here.
There we go.
Well, it's the Bonza Boys hour here. That's
But
what it is.
the big news is, I mean, obviously you see an open chair here, and usually Joe is sitting here, but much like Maddie in the morning, Joe has decided to leave Good Morning Gloucester.
He said, Joey, out.
Yeah.
The mic and kind of walked out.
Yeah.
So these are your three new faces of Good Morning Gloucester. Hello.
Did that guy really and truly quit?
He did, but then
Or
he came back.
I know he walked out on his on the show that day, but I didn't know if the next day
He had a long
came back.
conversation with the ownership or management, and they came to terms, and now they kind of see where each other stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, I think it was more about the content and the jokes rather than the actual personal views, and I think that's where the line got crossed.
Yeah.
And it is a comedy show. I mean, longest running comedy show, morning show with Maddie Siegel. So
Yeah.
Uh,
Joey Foot's
welcome
with
back,
us.
Maggie.
Joey Foot's with us, and he says,
I got 71 years old. He's
Well,
the same age as
"Good
Howard
morning,
Stern.
Joey."
Yeah.
Morning, Joey.
Oh, and Pat's over on the keyboard. I think she should
yeah.
come over.
No, she's hired on the new show.
She's
She's
back.
sticking with us.
We'll be renegotiating terms, though.
Yeah, and what was I going to say?
Well, in memory, I think we'll leave Joey's chair open.
Similar to the Maddie in the morning show. I mean, this is comedy as well. So I know some of the listeners out there. I mean, we like to have fun and joke, and it's all about getting people to smile.
Just like Joey, it's not all about Joey. It's also the castaways,
Yeah,
right? Because
let's
on
make
the
that
Maddie
point
in the
now.
morning show, it's called Maddie in the morning, but they also had Billy Costa
right. Which
And
is
he-
classic.
and classic, and has that what's that dining room playbook with Jenny Johnson,
Yeah,
which I've had the pleasure of working with a number of times. Nice.
yeah.
So the castaways right here taking
That's
over GMG this morning.
I mean, look at the numbers go through the roof.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
Castaways, we're gonna have to.
They're shooting up there on a Friday morning.
We're gonna have to redo the theme song.
Yeah. For
So
those of you who are just joining us, Joey has decided to leave the Good Morning Gloucester show.
Oh my God.
There was some things said this morning that made him very upset, and he stormed off the show.
Hit a tantrum.
He had a tantrum. Yeah. So I'm curious. I'd like to get everybody's vote on whether we should let Joey come back or not, or whether
I want to
the
know.
three of us and Pat behind the scenes is sufficient.
Right. I want to know. Do they want one person running the show, or they want three passing the mic back?
I'm not going to
What-
stage a coup. I'm
what are you
just
gonna
saying right now. I'm very much enjoying this position right here at GMG Studios. Why don't we dive right into a topic, Chris?
Certainly.
Now, this is because maybe you've been butthurt over the past few weeks. Where
Ooh,
some of your
Whoa! What?
some of your topics don't get mentioned,
Yes.
and then rightfully so, you're at the top of the list today.
I am.
And not only are you on there once, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, those are from the last 6
Yeah,
months.
Right,
that's
right.
right. That's right.
So we're gonna get to your topic first today. So there's no questions that we had something that you had a voice about.
Yeah.
Read it closer. It's this whole
Riley,
page. It's
So
a
that's-
grip page.
What's
Well,
the
we got
question?
4 pages of McCarthy
You got 4 pages?
of show notes. So the first question or the first topic we had was things you can say about your boat that you can't say about your significant other.
Yeah.
So explain this topic to the viewers? 'Cause I'm still what is this? What can you say about your boat that you can't say about?
She's heavy
Yeah,
in the water.
She's heavy.
Oh, Pat,
She's heavy.
Pat chiming right in. Jim doesn't even have a boat.
Let me help you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that
Mine
was beautiful.
is the bilge isn't working.
Oh.
I'll go with.
Come on, it worked this morning.
I'm gonna take the fishing angle on this and say, why haven't we hooked up yet?
Oh,
You can say that.
I can't.
Yeah, you can say that. To her.
No, you can't say that because if
Why
it's brought up, it's a whole thing.
Good morning, Donna. We could use you here for a little bit of sanity.
Good morning, Donna.
Good morning, Donna.
The animals are running the zoo right
The
now.
asylum. Yes.
Jimmy, how about yours?
I don't know, something about, come on, I tied you up yesterday and you worked okay.
That'll land you 15 to 20, Jim.
I'm just
I like that. We'll
I was
have
on
to-
the boat with you guys. I hear the way you talk.
We'll have to come back to Joe. I want to hear Joe's on that.
Oh, I want to hear Joe.
Is anybody else having like severe allergies right now?
The freaking pollen is outrageous.
That's a little bit of the cough I have going on right now with the pollen. You can see it on the film. It's
Oh
like
my God,
all
it's
over
everywhere.
the vehicles,
Yeah.
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 the railings of your
Yeah.
deck.
I guess
and
it's
everything
spring.
like that, so.
Oh, look, he's back.
He's
Oh,
back.
shit.
Oh, crap.
What did I miss?
Joe,
Well,
you,
we're talking.
you should hear what
Pollen?
Scotty said about you when you
We were talking allergies because we didn't want the viewers to think you were downstairs crying.
So,
No, but I read a report today that the pollen's the worst it's ever been.
Yes.
worst ever.
Not, officially,
The traffic
not
is
just based on
The
not
traffic
based
is
on
too.
like our every year. This is the worst traffic I've ever seen in Gloucester,
Yeah.
which we haven't seen yet. Usually we get that mid-June,
Maybe
mid to late June.
This year may be the worst pizza I ever had.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot.
Oh,
that.
I see some comments here, Joey Foot. I can come run the show. So you guys must have been. So you must have been carving me up pretty
Oh.
good.
No, we gave you a pretty good equivalent to Maddie Siegel from the Maddie in the Morning. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Right. Yeah, I was pissed off. You guys weren't letting me say what I wanted to say. Donna Artisoni, good morning. Good morning, Brendan Davis. Thanks, Pat. Have to work this morning. Want to play. No, the allergy issue.
Yeah.
So,
What do you mean? She's working? Pat, she's working? I thought she couldn't work.
I guess she's working.
She's a
yeah.
warrior. Donna
She
is
is
a
a
warrior.
warrior. Yeah, we saw her yesterday,
Yeah.
and I wanted to see her in person, and she's doing well. She was out for a walk. She's on a walking regimen, and
You can't keep her. You can't keep her down.
no, you cannot. No, you cannot.
so
For
there
the,
was.
for the viewers in Bangladesh, Joey, could you explain who Donna is to the show?
Viewers in
look,
Bangladesh.
only someone that doesn't know about the show would not know that everybody knows what Donna is. Donna is one of our families, one of our better contributors.
And where's she
One
from?
of our more long-standing contributors on the blog, who always hits her post. Pat doesn't blow off her post, and Donna doesn't blow off her post. Chris, not so much.
Well,
Well,
hit or miss.
So
Back.
when
Back.
the paycheck isn't in the mail, that's when I tend to dial it back. When I get paid is when I dial it up.
So to fill you in on where we're at, we went through our first topic today for Butthurt McCarthy that didn't have any of his topics for the past few weeks mentioned. So we put him at the top of the list and the first page, second page, third page, fourth page.
Fourth page.
But we started off with McCarthy at the top of the show, and we went through, and everybody kind of said, what can you say about your boat that you can't say about your significant other? And,
Or to your significant
Oh,
other.
to your significant other.
Yeah. So Pat, what was yours?
She's heavy in the water.
She's heavy in the
You
water.
Can't say that.
I said that the bilge isn't working correctly.
I would be. Oh, she's beamy.
Oh.
The beam is the width of the boat. So the boat that's wide boat is.
She's got a big beam.
Why don't we go to the viewers too? If you want to chime in and answer the same thing, we could kind of pick through the notes here and pick you out and read yours on air. But again, things that you can say about your boat that you can't say to your significant other. Chime in.
Yeah. Back to the pollen for a second. There was an article in the Globe today about whether people are going to continue to wear their masks just to be able to keep the pollen from breathing in the pollen.
A couple people
I've
heard a couple people mention that it's helping them with asthmatic conditions to some extent.
Yeah, I found that to be interesting.
That is interesting.
You know, Donna said she has some issues with that, with the pollen.
Yeah.
And then doctor wants her to walk, and her immune system's down, so she's got to really watch all this. And she's thinking, I'm definitely wearing the mask.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this though, with the sneezing aspect of the allergies, this year it seems like you're less of a spreading asshole of the COVID, because even with the allergies, everyone looked at you as if you had COVID.
Well,
I've noticed this year it's a little less of that type of look and a little bit more of trying to get back to normal.
Yeah, you're not getting the evil eye just because you cough or sneeze. Yeah.
I agree. There is a Pat. You mentioned this, and I've noticed this as well. I've been trying to get some Tipsy Seagull for a week now.
Yeah, I've been a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna call up Holy Cow and see if we can get another batch, because I want to get about 10. I'm in.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's that and a number of other things have been out of stock for a while, and so I was just wondering if there was a way, for us to let them know, hey, we're in for so many pints if it's.
Well, I tell you, there's an easy way to correct that. That's me picking up the phone, so I'll make that happen. The thing with my daughters, so I have some before this we only bought like good Ben and Jerry's or Haagen-Dazs is the only thing that would go in our fridge. Yeah. I have pints of chocolate Haagen-Dazs and they like the cookie dough and double chocolate fudge from those other two brands. It's in the freezer, and the kids will not eat it. They only want to eat the Tipsy Seagull. So that's a problem I got right now.
Yeah.
Well, DC would eat it. So.
DC. Speaking of DC, I saw a video of DC. She has a new companion for a few days.
Dozer. So Connor, my stepson, Connor and his dad got a little kitten, and it looks very similar to DC, except the hair is shorter and it's a lot skinnier. But it's a little kitten, and it's a little bastard. He's torturing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
He's
that was
going
so much fun.
after DC, relentlessly torturing him, the poor girl.
Yeah.
And I actually got one of the videos, and I did it in slow motion today because it really illustrated. I wanted to see the attack if she's going for the eyes. So she does so those are that, like, DC's like, coming up behind her and stuff, and she does a slow turn. Those is a boy. And then she does the flying stop it. And I did it in slow motion. The video is awesome.
Oh my God.
It's a cinematic master.
Cinematic.
And it might be good to mention DC's significantly bigger than Dozer. So there's no fear on the part of the kittens.
Is this a ground floor takeoff, or is this like a snooker off the top rope pounce?
This is a ground floor takeoff. Actually, from the couch to the couch.
It's the flying squirrel attack.
So how many days? I mean, you're going to survive this?
It's not about me surviving it, but it's about DC surviving. I think DC has gotten a little complacent in the house. Likes to lounge. He's more of a chill, loungy cat.
It's territory.
My first cat that I had, JJ Jingle Nuts, was more of a anxious cat that wanted to be outside all the time, scratching at to get outside. scratching at the doors were destroyed, everything to trying to get outside.
Yeah.
DC is a comfortable house cat chilling out.
Yeah.
This dozer
this dozer.
is a little prick. He doesn't want DC to just hang out. Constant flybys, irritating. yeah. DC just hanging out and fucking.
This is Maverick requesting a flyby. Pick up on the tower. Denied.
This cat is a different kind of psychological makeup than DC. It's a little disturbing, to be honest.
Well, that's the difference between Connor's dad and Connor taking care of a cat, and Kate and your daughter's taking care of a cat.
Nature versus nurture.
That could be it.
Well, I wouldn't go as far. I would not insult Connor and Alan.
No, I'm not insulting them.
They're very nice people.
No, I'm not insulting them, but I'm sure.
Oh, you think they're trained assassins?
Yeah, that's
McCarthy, you're very misunderstood.
They're trained assassins. No, not trained assassins, but just being around, two guys, maybe, and being a guy cat, he's just taking on the male persona.
Yeah, they kick back. They have a couple of beers with him and smoke cigars. He comes over to Joey's house. Can't do that.
At the cat house.
Joe, don't let me leave this show. I'll get up and walk out right now. You don't allow me to say what I want to say. Are you trying to filter me? Joe?
Time for me to say something to
Cancel
so
him.
I can pull that
him.
And you'll take your bottle with you.
Yeah.
Eggshells today. Eggshells.
Today's show is sponsored by The Source. This is not vodka. Or is it? Let me taste it. Let me see. I think it's vodka.
So Eric Lorden brought me this bottle. I made lunch.
Rafe, oh my god.
Oh my, what are we?
Stoli. Is it like Stoli or is it?
Oh, that's good vodka. Ooh.
So apparently I'm not going to have anything to drink today. So he put his lips. So I had a nice bottle of clear water that Eric brought me because we were having lunch together. He says, "I'll bring something to drink." And he comes in. He goes, "You have any water?" I says, "Yeah, the water's. You can have some of that." I figure he's going to pour it in a cup. He opens it up and he puts it right on his fucking lips and he fucking glug glug. And now I have no water because I'm not putting my lips on the fucking.
But the best part was the geyser came back up again.
Yeah,
Joey's all fired up now. Get him all fired up.
I'll have to go to the store and get him one. Okay.
I don't have water. I mean, I'll be dehydrated down here.
I was dehydrated when I got here.
Well,
there's a reason for that.
You could have poured it in a fucking cup.
There are no cups here.
Good morning, Paul Ryan O'Brien, and welcome to the
Bonza Boys fight.
Yeah.
Chris didn't stop by the green room like the rest of us.
No, he picked out all the brown M&Ms.
The fruit salad, the strawberries were gone out of the fruit salad.
He left all the melon.
My
Strawberries.
My nipple tweaker wasn't there.
Oh.
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez supposedly had a nipple tweaker in the green room.
That's true.
That's what I heard.
Wow.
She was hiring. Pat, we didn't need to do some research. At one point,
Pat, can you confirm? No, can you confirm that this is?
At one point, she was hiring. She was looking for someone to hire to be her nipple tweaker.
I don't believe it. I'm calling bullshit. Because why couldn't she just tweak her own nipples?
It was A-Rod, but then
No,
they got fired.
I'm talking like 5 years ago.
Yeah, but there's no reason that she couldn't have just fucking tweaked her own
Pat,
nipples.
can you Google that?
No, I'm not.
Look it up.
All right, it's on Joey's Wi-Fi, so I will look.
Joey's Wi-Fi. Who's monitoring Joey's Wi-Fi?
Well, we all know who that is.
Ooh,
I'm gonna see what's gonna be
J-Ro's
on my.
nipple tweaker is gonna send my algorithm into a fucking friends free fall.
Algorithm's gonna notification alerts. Any algorithm.
You're going to get a memo.
The algorithm.
Our lawyers have talked to you.
So he's eating
We
alone tonight.
researched.
Yeah, Joey's eating alone tonight. That's right. Why are you searching for J-Lo's nipple tweaker jobs?
It wasn't me. It was Pat. I swear.
Yeah. Pat did.
Pat Delphi.
Oh, there is an awful lot on. Oh my God.
Are you on the right page, Pat? Jimmy, good job, Jimmy. Great. You did a good one.
I got a keeper.
Oh wow!
If the
Are
viewers
there
can see her
pictures?
face right now.
Are you gonna let us in on this?
There's this long
Oh,
list of
Nipple
J-Lo's
tweakers.
Nipple Tweaker Academy in Virginia Beach.
wow.
J-Lo's Nipple Tweaker Best Job on the Planet from Car Forums.
Wow.
This is the thing, McCarthy. How did you find it?
Chris McCarthy hired by Jennifer Lopez.
I want to know
to be-
the search term that he used for that to come up.
No, I read about it or something. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, there's a long list here, so it's out there apparently. So
Oh, I think she's hired somebody
Are you
now.
on the dark web?
He is on the fucking dark web.
It's on the dark web.
I didn't mean
So it's a
that
real
to say.
thing.
What? There are pictures.
Yeah. No, I'm not looking at pictures. In response to a complaint we received under the U.S. Digital Millennium Copyright Act, we have removed one result from this page. If you wish, you may read the DMCA
that's
complaint
interesting.
that caused the removal.
So I would like to mention this coming Sunday we have Kevin O'Connor, the host of This Old House. He's going to be on Sunday's podcast.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were going to
baby.
confirm that.
What?
Scotty played the intro song.
He won't play for John Popper, but he'll beam up in this
Yeah,
old
but
house.
you're gonna ruin the tune.
Yeah. Now
What?
they're gonna shut us down.
That's about
That's not good.
9 seconds worth.
My
We
shooby
get 30
dooby
second
doo is not going to
algorithm.
ruin the tune.
30-second algorithm. Is that the new word? Algorithm now?
It's the word of the day today. Algorithm.
Algorithm. I'd be remiss.
I'd be remiss if I did not mention algorithm.
Adventure Man is coming on
Yes.
Tuesday's podcast.
Adventure Man.
He's going to talk about
Daddy.
several different things. Being a dad, also a book that he's working on. And he's been consulted with Nicole and I about getting facts straight.
Very instrumental.
Nicole's been very instrumental. I would be remiss if I did not.
Yeah, I
shout
think
out.
she should go to the top of the charts. All in favor, say aye.
Actually, a bunch of Nicole's.
Gotcha.
Actually, a bunch of Nicole's images are going to be in his book.
Good.
So when
That's
he,
awesome.
when he came in. Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So when was the last time Adventure Man was here, and why was he here? I know, but maybe some of the viewers that just subscribed, would you please tease the...
It was
March of
3 Marches
2018.
ago.
I want to say 18.
It was 2 or 3 Marches ago, and he did. Do you know the story of Adventure Man? What he did?
He ran
Do you know where he ran?
from the west coast to the east coast, and the whole thing ended up in Gloucester.
He ran around the.
Please,
That's what I'm explaining to you. He ran around the perimeter. I didn't know if you knew the story or not.
not the whole story.
He ran a marathon a day around the perimeter of the United States, not the entire perimeter because he didn't do the northern border. He went from Washington State all the way down California coast, across Texas, Panhandle, Florida, and up the East Coast, and ended in Gloucester. How we found him was he's from Gloucester, England. And
That part I knew. Okay, go ahead.
and he was originally going to end away, and he live streamed every day from his adventures from the road. He did not stay in, like he didn't have like a budget. People took him in along the way, or he camped and stuff like that. So when we picked up his story, I think he might have been in Florida.
Yeah, he's raising money for children's hospitals.
Yeah,
in this
Oh, wow.
event.
Yeah, he was raising money because he was in a hospital with an illness as a child, and so he raised a tremendous amount of money. But anyway, he also had this really cool technology. You could see where he was in real time on this tracker map. So we would post almost every other day or something, like where he is now, and like little video clips from the road from him. So, but as his thing started, like he was going on the West Coast, no one really knew who he was or what he was all about. And then he picked up all this social media buzz, and by the time he got to where we were, like Nicole and I think Pat may have had a hand in it too, set him up when he came to town he had a place to stay, but like they shut down the boulevard. Safathia helped us out. I got the police to do a escort in. Ringo Tarr and someone else set up on the bandstand to play Rocky music.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
People ran the last mile.
It was 2 years ago. Yeah, kids ran down from Stageport Park with them, if I'm remembering right.
Mike, are you saying that Mike Coder is a kid?
Well, some people ran from
Manchester.
Manchester.
From Manchester. There was one of the
I ran from.
So is this some of the stuff that's going to be in the book that he's writing?
Yeah, it's about his
the book is
adventure.
about this.
He
It was 2 years
He
ago.
didn't have an escort all this way. He was going by himself. And can you imagine doing not a marathon? For some people, a marathon is a lifelong feat. He did a marathon a day.
He was going to end in Maine, but realized that because he wanted a lot of coverage of his whole adventure, and the signals were abysmal wherever it was he was planning on going, he decided to come to Gloucester because of the Gloucester connection.
Right, because of the social media was such a
He
big
decided
part
to
of it.
end it here. Yeah.
That he wouldn't be able to live stream from way up in Maine.
So we're talking to him in the past, and I'm sure that we're going to, get
So
to
we
this
went- I went
when we enter.
So I went and visited him. Me and the rabbit went to visit him.
Right, I remember you went over.
And they were very gracious.
My question is, with speaking to him about his adventure when you met him in Gloucester after you tracked him, did he share any of the experiences he had in other cities or states, or was this kind of a grandstand because it was the finale of his journey?
Well, he chronicled it, the entire
Right.
the whole thing. We watched it all develop as soon as we picked it up.
I guess what I'm getting at was there a Ringo in another state that he come through and he shared his experience? Is that kind of what he's going to talk about? Like playing Rocky at the end. I mean, with Gloucester,
There was
you guys
no place did what we did for him.
That's what I'm asking.
There was individual people towards, like probably from the Carolinas or maybe from Florida up, that were because you could see where he was on the map. He picked up enough steam that they were anticipating him. And there were some stretches where no one recognized him and didn't stop.
Okay.
And then there was some that he was pushing a cart, and it looked like it was like a baby stroller. Some places, like the cops were pulling him over. Like this guy was dressed, he was dressed in a cape, the Superman outfit,
Right.
on the side of the road. Like,
What kind of
is there a baby in trouble?
What kind of hallucinogens is this guy on?
Yeah,
type of deal. I can see that being a thing. Yeah,
I'm excited about chapter 6 of the book that he's writing because it's about the crow's nest. His father was there, and his father took off his shirt, and we saw the world's largest hairy mole that is on any human being.
And it was,
the thing
was full-fledged. Scott, if your hair, if you took that much and stuck it on someone's back,
oh boy!
Like if you ripped out your scalp where the hair was and stuck it that big on someone's back.
His father met him on the trail.
My opinion doesn't matter here, and every time I bring fucking something up, you guys fucking take it, and I don't have a chance to fucking say anything.
Have a nice time.
Mike.
That wasn't planned at all.
No, that was not planned.
No. It's 9:30, right?
It was for the
It's
ratings.
call. Yeah.
So did Salvi Benson take his shirt off to a match him up there? Because Salvi is known for taking his shirt off in the crow's nest with the iconic greasy pole tattoo on his back.
Adventure, he probably did. I mean, Adventure Man's dad they were all characters. All these guys.
He surprised him on the.
His press team came over from England for the last leg.
I heard he liked Guinness. Is that his drink?
It's funny because I texted him that this morning.
Did you really?
I texted. The text was, "We can talk about on the podcast exactly the right number of Guinnesses that are needed to enact superpowers." That was the text to him this morning. So there's that. So he's going to be on Tuesday.
Excellent.
And he is very. So he has a superhero foundation, and he goes and speaks to colleges about like overcoming. Like when you don't think you could do something, the mind is actually
And he's done a couple of other big adventures. I think he ran across Canada.
He ran across Canada,
And he did some sort
the
of-
Great Wall of China or something like that.
And in a gym on a walk
Treadmill.
treadmill. Thank you for I don't know whatever number of hours.
You're challenged with words.
Apparently, yeah, I am. I
As
used
brilliant,
to.
as smart as you are,
Well,
you're a researcher and
it's-
everything else.
I know.
Names and words, like,
It's really
it
what
just doesn't
I used
come
to
up.
have a mastery of the language, but as I have been aging, it is not working out as well. I
They
miss
said that
it.
alcohol damages brain cells.
I'm pretty sure it's age.
Yeah, probably.
What a nice aged alcohol.
There you
So
go.
there's that. So we're having a. So we met with John Collins from Spas Beverage Bottling Company or whatever it is, which is a division, the Seltzer division at Great Marsh Brewing, and we are developing a Good Morning Gloucester Thirsty Seagull. Our ice cream is Tipsy Seagull. Our seltzer is going to be Thirsty Seagull.
Oh, nice.
And we are developing flavors as we speak. He's going to bring in some flavors on Sunday, and we're going to taste test them. And the product is unbelievable. I'm very excited about that. The Seltzer Hat is you can't say healthiest because it's alcohol, I guess, but to say you're going to use the word healthy but not use the word
Calorie wise?
Calorie wise, no carbohydrate wise, no sugar. It's just, and he has a proprietary kind of way to infuse carbonation, whereas it's like an expensive way. Like all the major seltzer companies, the bubbles in it are like way larger. These are like micro bubbles. It's way more pleasant. It's basically elite seltzer because the flavors are all natural and not. It doesn't taste like flavor number 7. If you're drinking a lime one, it's like you're drinking like San Pellegrino and you squeeze the fresh lime in it, and it doesn't even taste like hard alcohol.
What if you get it like a could you infuse like cotton candy?
I think
Like
that may be one of the flavors that's
Really?
available to us.
Well,
Yeah, no, there's some wild flavors that are available
well,
to us.
you were there on a cast the other night, right?
Yeah.
And you did a few. So, what flavors did you taste the other night, and what do you like? What were your thoughts?
Raspberry, lime, mango blew my mind. It tasted like someone squeezed a fresh mango.
Wow.
It was the lime, and I'm not like the lime that we when we drink the other seltzers is my least favorite.
Mine too.
His
yeah.
lime is one of my favorite things. I'm not looking.
Soup ants
The
here.
green room is yeah.
I think he's got a ladle of seltzer out there. But yeah, so the compared to the other leading brands,
Today's giveaway.
is that today's prize?
He's trying to drive me fucking crazy.
I think it might be working.
He's trying to drive me fucking crazy. Anyway,
All right, cool. I love the whole concept of it. I'm
It's-
looking forward to Sundays.
when I'm telling, so Connor, Chris's son Connor, and Brendan came up with us because we wanted a millennial take on it, and not so much Connor, but Brendan, his son Brendan, is like when we do taste tests and stuff, he rates things. He's like the harshest critic going. He was blown away with his product.
Well,
He's not one to say if something was just okay. He would say it was just okay. He was blown away
on the mango,
with
or many of them.
many of
Okay.
it because none of it is artificial flavor. They don't overdose it to like John's theory. The guy that owns John Collins' theory is like he thinks like as Americans like everything has to be like fruit punch that's like super sugary, like fruit punch, like in your face, like Coca-Cola, 1/3 of a can of Coca-Cola, like sugar, right? No, you don't need that because the flavors on their own are really delicious.
Yeah.
And so I can't wait. But we're gonna have him on Sunday to do tastings, and then we're gonna have a party Good Morning Gloucester party up there because they're developing this backyard, like a grotto with fire pits overlooking the marsh. So we're gonna have a party there. And
Is it currently available over there at the Great Marsh Brewing? The seltzer?
Yeah. They have the hard seltzer and the ones that are not no alcohol on it, which is another great reason. You could get one of each, and so say you're going on the boat all day, you could alternate between a liquored one and a not liquored one, so you don't get drunk and stuff like that. Hey, good morning, Mike. How are you? So there's that.
Want to do a roll call?
Yeah, good. Well, go ahead.
Huh? Want to do a roll call?
Well, I hate to admit it, but the numbers have dropped since Chris angrily stormed out of the room. Mike Coder, good morning. Brenda Grimes Davis, Paula Ryan O'Brien, Arlie Pett. Hi, Arlie. Donna Artisoni, we spoke about her. Joey Foote is back. We haven't seen Joey online in a while.
Welcome back, Joey.
And that's who I've got on here.
Well, to all the viewers that are not chiming in and leaving comments, we know you're out there watching, so thank you for tuning in as well.
Yeah.
So the Bruins are up 2-1 in the series. They're playing
yeah.
again today at 6:30, which is nice.
Yeah, that's great.
I can't
Home.
I can't stand late games.
Yeah.
Home, 6:30. So I put up a. Did you see the thing? Do you look at the blog at all or no?
Yeah, I look at the blog.
Did you see the Jack Edwards
Oh yeah.
thing
Oh yeah.
where he announced
He
the
woke up. He woke up for the call. Yeah.
He answered the wake up call. Yeah, and he was so animate. So Jack Edwards is the Bruins announcer, and a lot of hockey purists absolutely despise Jack Edwards. Did you know this?
Are they going to give us the reason?
Well, I think that they're hockey hardos, and they they would rather him just like announce the game and just
So no
say what's
entertainment
going-
part of it. They want stats, names,
yeah,
plays,
yeah.
stuff like that. They don't want all the BS in between it. That the guys having fun with it and making whoever's listening, aside from the purists.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. So they don't like that. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Good morning, Lynn. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out. You
Are
were
you a fan?
should have
Are you-
been in the roll call.
Do you watch Bruins at all?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Do you like when he's calling a game?
All right, so I'd say yes because I am in a comedic state of mind when we're on this podcast.
Yeah.
Or even when I'm on stage at the DJ business and it calls for that. So I'm not usually like at the Bluefin Blowout. Warren Waugh had asked me, "We're gonna try something different this year." He's like, "I love what you're doing with the music." He goes, "Let's have theme songs for the boats," and we implemented theme songs as each boat is backing into the dock now.
Yeah.
And we're announcing it like it's like a major like NASCAR moment or
A heavyweight fight.
or WWE or something. You know, they get entrance music basically is what it is,
Yeah.
and it gets the crowd amped up and stuff. So I like the antics mixed in with the play-by-plays because if it gets kind of mundane,
Yeah.
you kind of sit there. And now over to Krejci over to this, and back to the center. Oh, he answered the wake-up call. He's like, I mean, come on, like, who was the best with that? Johnny Most with the Celtics.
Johnny.
Come on, I mean,
He's a
just-
homer.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't understand these. I think that they're like, This is my take. My take is that these people are jealous that they're not the fucking announcer, and the only thing that they can take shots at him is that he's not fair and balanced like a national. He's not national. He's just all he does is
Right.
local games. So why should he have to be?
I don't really know of these other type of announcers you're talking about because I really only listen to and watch the Bruins and I'm used to what he
The
does.
sports media guys mainly.
Yeah, so I'm not really used
Let
to
me
it,
give
so I
you
don't know
an
how to
example that
comment.
you might be able to follow, Jim. Joe Buck.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. People cannot stand Joe Buck for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Buck hates the Red Sox for some. Being a Boston guy.
Yeah.
If you listen to some of the games,
He grew up a Yankees fan.
right? But so there you go. But being an announcer and you're announcing and calling a game, you got to kind of be fair to both sides, I would say.
Yeah, but
But he just
the
automatically.
local channel though, he's not broadcasting.
You're gonna have to take the toys out of the green room. That's all there is to it.
But I mean, I've listened to some interviews with Joe Buck on Stern, and they're great interviews and stuff, and you get some great insight to who Joe Buck the person is. But when it comes to his announcing style, I mean, the guy is obviously in a position where he's at for a reason. He's good at what he does, but I just don't like his personal style in that. And I think that's what you're getting at with the Bruins announcer. And purists and things like that, and the different angle that they take on it as opposed to a fan like myself.
Yeah, no, I mean, Mike Codere agrees. He says he's entertaining and it's good
Wordsmithing.
wordsmithing. I think so too. I agree. I'm entertained by him.
All right.
Define. Oh, speaking of Mike Codere.
What is my?
Well, Mike Codere may or may not know someone that would be considered a cooler diver.
Jim, you may or not know somebody that's a cooler diver.
Do you know anybody that's
I
a
think
cooler,
everybody knows a cooler diver.
Do you know what a cooler diver is?
Define a cooler diver.
A cooler diver is someone who is diving into the bottom part to see what they want to drink, even though they didn't put anything in the cooler. So they're looking down there for, and somebody else.
Yeah, touching. I think you're touching.
You're close.
You're skirting it. You're skirting it.
Well,
Pat, do you know what
I like skirts.
Do you know what we call a cooler diver?
My guess is it was some sort of freeloader.
Ding 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 ding.
You go to the beach by boat. You're at a barbecue at somebody's house. You don't contribute. You don't bring anything to the table, and you kind of go, and then you.
Other people's coolers.
And then you see that like the fiddlehead walking around, and you know clearly that nobody else at the party brought fiddlehead, but then this individual
consistent.
And
someone that consists. It isn't just a one-time thing.
No,
at one time
it can happen to all of us. Yeah,
it can happen to all of us. But someone that is consistently shows up, doesn't even address the group, goes into your cooler or one of your friends' coolers, takes what they want, doesn't
have to be a beverage. It could be a sandwich.
It could be anything.
Slices of watermelon.
Yeah. Wow.
And like that, or same thing. And the same type of person is the kind of person that walks into a bus and orders on the group's tab and never, just kind of skirts out or whatever.
Sounds like the cafeteria at the teacher's
The worst
room.
kind of
The teacher's room.
Did you have
Oh, heck yeah. People would go in and you get your break and so you walk in the room and you want your break, you open up the fridge and there's a couple of sodas sitting right there or maybe a sandwich and maybe.
Clearly.
Explain this. Explain how it was as a teacher and the teachers have a break room, right?
Yeah.
So did you have a locker for yourself?
Not typically.
No.
So
They're just open. They're just rooms. Open rooms. Usually.
So did you were you required? I mean, did you have an option? You could eat school lunch or bring your own lunch?
Yes.
And how did you guys handle that generally?
Well, usually we brought Jim never did, but I would bring my lunch most days, all the time. Especially after they moved the cafeteria to hell and beyond.
So where did you store your food?
Their staff room had a refrigerator, but it would get pretty funky, and I actually ended up bringing my own small refrigerator to the library so that I could keep my stuff in there and it not get stolen or funky.
Would it occasionally get stolen?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Just that mooch that was
Pat's
just
I
couldn't help
can't
himself.
say, oh yeah, enough.
I can't imagine. I could never do that.
I could not imagine stealing someone else's food. I couldn't imagine.
It isn't something you can do accidentally.
Right.
It's totally on purpose.
I've been in the position before at the beach where I've had my stock of beverage, and I've had my fair share of beverage, but I've also handed out a bunch of beverage.
Right.
And then somebody else has come in and grabbed a couple, whatever. Now I'm left without beverage, and I'm also guilty of, as you're rafting up and people say, hey, do you mind, you get another beer so I don't have to untie 7 boats and take off and go to some sort of a store and go pick up some more by boat. But sometimes you can run out.
This is hitting a nerve.
No, I understand. But listen, if you've been around people, I guess this is the point. The point is this. When you're around people, just say for a summer, you know that person. you know that. So, for example, you come up, you never come, you rarely ever come empty-handed. I never really come. The ones that think they're being cute. I guess the point is this: the cooler divers are. I don't know if they are unaware. Are they that not? Do they have that lack of self-awareness that not every person in the group knows that they're scumbag cooler divers, or they're just shameless, and like that person so take it.
Shameless and clueless. Isn't there a movie by that? Something like
So in the case of the teachers lounge, I mean, how fucking shameless do you have to be to steal someone else's lunch?
Yeah. And what would happen? We had 3 separate lunch periods. So there's, of course, a period of people that eat first and a period of people that eat last. And if you had a special occasion and you were gathering up food and you ate in the last lunch to like host a little birthday party for somebody or something, and you would come down for the third lunch, and it would be gone, or dug into or whatever, and you're like,
Yeah,
come on, folks.
If teachers would plan like, hey, we're gonna have a little birthday party or a little thing at their lunch hour, people who come in on breaks, they open it up, they take it, and they go, oh, look at all that dip.
Oh, fruit salad
I'll
or
take
whatever.
some of the dip and fruit salad.
Do you think that the people are just cheap, or they want to like just travel lightly, or both? Or the self-aware. That's another.
I bet you that they're
they
a
think
little
that
bit of everything. Maybe.
A little bit of thinking, oh, this was meant for me. I'm just going to eat it early.
Or maybe
Or
I could get one over on so and so
No,
or so and so.
I don't think it's like a get one over kind of thing.
Or do you think it's
entitlement?
This is why we're having.
Felicia says they definitely know what they're doing. I want to say hi to Byron, one of my old employees, Honduran guy. Like I say this every time he's on. He's probably tired of hearing from me. One of the proudest proteges of Captain Joe's ever employees. He started out here as a young kid, pumping boats. He ended up leaving. He went to, I don't know if he went to New York, but he ended up in New Orleans. Got a captain's license. He's like the captain of like, I don't know. Byron, how many metric tons like are you a captain of your ship? He like huge, like merchant marine type of deal. Tell me what Byron, if you're still with us, tell me what your rank is on the ship and what you are qualified, how big of a ship you're qualified to run. Yeah, so there's that. Felicia's with us, Byron's with us,
Annie Rochon is back. I dropped off your prize, Annie, the other day, so it's at
Peter Tarantino's up there.
Yeah.
Peter Tarantino.
Yeah, no, but I think that's a good point. I hope that we're doing a public service so that maybe we're reaching out to a cooler diver that maybe will become a little more self-aware that 300 foot vessel and 6,000. I don't know what OSV means.
Offshore vessel, maybe.
Oh, Felicia says go get mine. Felicia, Jimmy, will you pick up the olive bread after this? Felicia made a nice loaf of olive bread, and I was just too tired to get it last night.
So bottom line, Joey, is don't be a cooler diver. Bring something to the table. And if you can't sometime, we understand, not we, but everybody would understand once in a while.
But everybody knows your act. And like, we don't want, if you're dating someone that we know, we don't want we're so tired of your act that maybe your friend doesn't get invited to parties because of their cooler diver friend.
OSV is offshore supply vessel.
I've had some guys that come down to the marina.
Wow, 10,000. I think that's 10,000 tons, which is 10,000 tons is a lot. It's huge.
I've had some guys come down to the marina where I'm at, and they always show up empty-handed, and they go from boat to boat, and they're social and they're funny, and they're cool. And the next thing you know, they have barbecue chicken from the grill. They're eating lobster. They've got this. And they walked in empty-handed, and they're leaving with the extra plates of food that people say, "Does anybody want this?" And they take it with them. So that definitely happens.
I cut them off though. I can't stand people like that. drives me up a wall. So
Where are we going next? Let's go to the next one.
on to the next one. All right, let's go. So, we talked about Holy Cow. Remind me to call Holy Cow.
Yeah.
We'll put it in another order. So we have that.
You know, we really didn't talk about what we're going to share as prize today.
Do we have a prize?
Well, I'm looking at possible prize bags. We can
okay.
keep them, and I'm looking. I wasn't sure what you planned.
Okay.
You and Pat discussed
Yeah.
this.
No. You're right.
Let's go with the olive oil today.
Okay, olive oil. Did this come from the olive oil store downtown?
It did, yes.
All right. This is a prize. If you share the podcast and type shared, Tarpon Springs Olive Oil Company.
Oh, Turpin. I'm sorry. It is not from the one downtown.
So it just came out of your pantry. You didn't.
I bought it by mistake. It was a mistake.
Okay.
It wasn't what the person asked me
Is
to
this
get.
a re-gift prize, Pat?
That is,
Kind of.
apparently it is. You try to pull it off a different way, but
It was supposed. I was supposed to.
I'm
get
sure it's
something else.
delicious though.
Yeah.
Infused olive oil, Tuscan herb. You know what? We're not gonna give this away. Fuck that. Did anybody share it yet?
Oh, Annie.
I was
yeah.
gonna say we could use this with. We could use this. Listen. This is the move.
Okay.
We're not giving this away.
All right.
And the reason we're not giving it away is because I have from Cape Ann Sea Salt their
Oh yeah.
dipping blend, Cape Ann Sea Salt.
There you go.
Felicia made the bread, the olive bread, and we're gonna use this to put the Cape Ann Sea Salt dipping blend in, and then that. But we will come up. Okay, Annie, because you shared it.
That's unbelievable, Joe. You give it and you take it away.
No, because
I
it wasn't.
mean, that's just.
No, it
That's on
was
me.
it was misrepresented.
Yes, it was on me.
Oh,
It was
That's on me.
misrepresented. This is
Oh.
this is gonna be a prize right here.
Oh,
One of my
that's
prints.
a good substitute.
One of my prize right there. So if you share the podcast and you type shared, that'll be the gift for today, and you'll be able to pick that up at where is it called? Arts Abound on Lexington Ave, Magnolia. Are you going there this afternoon or tomorrow?
Probably tomorrow.
We'll say tomorrow. Okay, thank you for that. Let's see. Right here we have. Okay, here's an interesting question. This is my topic. Do you enjoy going to a restaurant by yourself, or it's creepy to go to a restaurant by yourself?
Where do you want to start with, Pat?
Pat, go ahead.
I don't mind one bit. I've never minded going into a restaurant by myself. I've never minded going to the movies by myself. Some people don't like to do that. Bars, I generally don't mind. Once in a while, it doesn't feel right. I am not.
There's a lot of guys hit on you.
Yeah, that's it. I am not hesitant to go to any of these places by myself. I just never have been. I'm fine with it.
All right, how about you?
I think that I agree. I disagree with Pat on the movies. I think that that's just creepy. I mean,
That's what Felicia says.
Go to a movie by yourself. Wait for it to come out on Netflix or DVD or something.
Well,
you know?
this was in the day. I mean,
Well,
used to be.
I'm disagreeing with that aspect. However, in support of Pat's comments, I have zero problem with going to a restaurant or a bar by myself. I actually kind of prefer it sometimes. I like to people watch. It's entertaining to me. You create a rapport with the staff there.
Yeah.
And the group settings are great too. But I like to have my own vehicle. I can come and go, and I don't have to babysit anybody. I'm not on somebody else's schedule.
I will
I'm
say
on my
I don't.
free time, and I don't need to be tug of war.
I don't always think that staff like seeing, especially a single, maybe older woman coming in by themselves because they think that they're not going to be maybe tipped well or something. I do think there's a
You
little
think older women don't tip as well as younger men?
I think younger men
Alone-
might tip
men
less
who
than
are
the
alone,
seasoned woman.
if the man
Well,
is
they're
alone.
not, the tables are going to be because they're taking up a table, a four top with one person.
I think they think that women don't tip as well as men in general.
Really? I never heard. I never
thought
heard
about
of
that either.
I never
Yeah.
thought of it. Any servers out there? Do you think? Do you agree with Pat that there is a? This is Pat's, not my thing. That she thinks that women are perceived to be cheaper tippers than men.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never heard that. Jimmy, we didn't get your take on this whole thing.
Oh no, I've got to go with somebody. I would not go by myself.
Jim's very social.
I think it's, as far as the restaurant goes, what I'm afraid of is if you're not having conversations and talking about things, I would probably eat faster than I'm supposed to and do some things that way. As far as the movie goes, I have no one to share it. You know, I'm looking at it and I'm getting it, and I like to share. I like to look at it and say, "Whoa, oh, that's a cool
Or even a
scene."
discussion afterwards. Be like, hey, that was great. What did you think about this or
Yeah.
that? You know.
And as far as the bars go, sitting by yourself, yeah, okay, maybe if I had to do something, that's a maybe. But no, I like to go with someone else because I like to sit there and go, "What do you think she's thinking?"
Can you read some of the viewers'
Yeah,
takes
yeah,
on this?
I'd be happy
We'll start out
to.
at the top.
Felicia comments that she thinks it's creepy, which I think was part of the question.
Yep.
So, Paula Ryan O'Brien and Brenda Grimes Davis both say they do not mind going into a restaurant by themselves. Paula also mentions that she likes to go to the movies by herself because nobody talks through it. And she also says she used to wait tables and that women tip less.
Interesting.
We should do a poll.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna put Pat's name on the top of it
Pat's poll.
because a woman could get away with saying maybe the women's are cheaper.
Yeah, that's probably
a man
true.
does that and they're gonna get fucking
Speaking of the
lambasted.
That's probably true.
Speaking of poll, did anybody see the home run where the Sox took the lead? Where they hit it right off the pole? I forget what batter that was. They were down. It was a 3-run homer. I think it was yesterday's game.
Oh wow, I didn't hear
You
that.
go back and watch the highlights. Yeah, hit it right off the
They're down in
foul pole on
they're-
the right field pole.
yeah, they're down in Tampa. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Nina
Down
says
in-
she sometimes goes to the movies by herself.
I have in the past. I haven't done it for a long time, but I haven't gone to the movies.
Well, there's
You know,
that, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember the last time I went to the movies itself. As a matter of fact,
Well,
I don't
we
know
were
how
there
much
watching.
longer these movie theaters are going to make it. They look like, when you walk by them, they look like ghost towns.
It's going to be like, I think, the drive-in effect, where drive-ins were huge at one time, and now the drive-ins are gone, and they became movie theaters. I think movie theaters are going to take that back seat, and then they'll have, like, one in, like, a very obscure area where it's a destination to go to, rather than have one readily available in most towns.
Yeah, no.
Annie mentions that she personally tips well because she was in the service industry and knows how hard the work is.
Yeah.
So, and Nina also comments, I think this is in regards to movies, that I can see what I like in case I can't find someone else to go with. Yeah, and watch it in peace.
There's a couple. So now that COVID restrictions are coming off, there was a lot of movies that were tabled that are going to start
James
coming
Bond,
out.
I
James
think.
Bond is on the top of my list. I've been dying to see that one. There's a couple others. The Maverick movie with Tom Cruise.
Yes.
The Top Gun follow-up movie that's going to be coming out relatively soon. There's also, I think Ozark is going to come out soon on Netflix.
There's a lot of new Netflix coming out again, season 2s and 3s.
Yeah. There's Ted Lasso is coming out on Apple TV season 2, I think in July. But if you haven't, I'm going to keep banging this because I really think it has universal appeal. It's a fun, good story. Ted Lasso on Apple TV. I think you can get Apple TV for $4.99 a month, and you can quit anytime. So for a whole season of, if you only saw Ted Lasso, I feel like it would be worth it. So there's that. All right, we're gonna do our drawing. How many people shared it?
I have 4.
4 shares. Okay. One of the 4 lucky people are gonna win this prize. I'm gonna give people 15 seconds to share it, and they can be entered as well. You have a very good chance right
I
now.
love that print. I love the way the color falls in that print.
I love the way the color falls in that. Okay.
Hey, while we're waiting, I just want to congratulate all the graduates out there, the college graduates. High school's around the corner. Hey, that's it was an impossible time. I'm sure you probably didn't think you were going to make it, but you did. And the parents are probably saying the same thing. I didn't think I was
Now
going
we're
to
up
make
to
it, but we did.
5.
So kudos to the graduates out there. That's great.
Joey, while you're getting that's great, Jim. While you guys are doing the random generator, I want to stand up for a second so you can see the shirt that I'm wearing right here. This is a custom shirt made from One Ocean, One Love. We've had Jamie Matheson on the show before, and I know that she has some great deals online right now. So
come a little closer, maybe it'll get into
this is her design. If you can read it.
Oh,
there it
you
is.
go.
There we go.
So she hand carves the. I guess you
Screen,
hand carves
the
the
block.
square,
I
the
think that's a
block,
block,
and
yeah.
then rolls the ink on, and then prints these hand pressed. So kudos to Jamie Matheson at One Ocean One Love at 2 locations. One at the end of the State Fish Pier at the Mastronzi Brothers Lighthouse.
Parker Street.
On Parker Street, yes, and then the other on Bearskin Neck in Rockport, which the shop does very well. So check out Jamie Matheson.
This shop is one of those shops where you can go in and it's a guaranteed you'll find a gift for someone there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like if you're in a pinch,
yes,
and you know you have time to go to one shop, you can. That I feel like One Ocean One Love, you can definitely find a gift. All right, so we got
You got 5.
5. I thought
Five.
I had 4. Okay, I
I think your print drew in another share.
Okay, 1 to 5. All right, 2 is not the number. I have to press it in front of the screen. And 5! Paul Ryan O'Brien at the wire comes in hot.
woo, baby.
Good job, Paul Ryan
I will
O'Brien.
take that
Good
for
job.
her.
Jimmy, why don't you step here and you do your thing, and then we'll play Annie Probst, followed by Over the Bridge.
Ladies and gentlemen, no piping plovers were injured in the making of today's podcast. Thank you.
And
Good afternoon, Gloucester. Enjoy the rest of your day.
everybody have an awesome day. We're going to go. What do we say first?
Annie Probst first, and then Over the Bridge.
On the podcast, interviews and making all the people laugh. In the oldest seaport of our country's past, out here with the lobsters. Good morning, Gloucester.
Little town with big news. 411, come get the scoop. Wake up with Joe and the rest of his crew. It's good morning, Gloucester, to you. Oh, it's good morning, Gloucester, to you. I say good morning, Gloucester, to you. Good morning, Gloucester, from over the bridge.